So on any Sunday, you'll be out finding old pond keepers, they'll be out tinkering away with bits and pieces. If they're not tinkering away, having a brew, sitting in front of the window, watching the fish, they'll be doing other things. So today, it's my turn. So today, I've got all the filters to do today. Far end, near end, far end, all those to do today. Loads of siphoning going on. Sky pond's got to come off, that's got to have a clean up. Water change has got to go on today. Temperature readings, testing. Still got me Kactoily water meter in, which is doing fantastic, telling us all about the pH. It's amazing how I'm seeing it change a little bit when I'm putting fresh water in, because it's a high pH in Stoke-on-Trent water, so I'm seeing it go up a little bit and then it levels out. Dead interesting. So I've got all those to do today, and I've got another top up, and I've got the jet matting to wash through. So we're going to do a quick time lapse and spin around. So anybody watching in ×2, Vince, turn it back to normal speed because it's about to go really, really fast. Now I've got air discs in the bottom of my pond. I haven't got those spin drifty things on the middle drain. I've got 2 air discs that I have in the bottom, and they're connected with air pipes. But what I find is the fish kick them around. I mean, not kick them, but you know what I mean, they knock them around. And it knocks it over towards the sky pond, and then it starts blowing air into the sky pond. And I've come in before now, and the sky pond's completely empty because the air's been blowing in. So I'm going to move them out the way now, but I'm just going to take them out and give them a quick clean. So all these really is an old paintbrush and cleaning with the air on. So rather than cleaning it, it's blowing the debris off as well. So that's quite a good one. That gives loads of oxygen off. Now this next one hasn't been blowing as well. It only seems to be blowing over this quarter here. So I have a funny feeling it's getting a bit blocked. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this a quick clean elsewhere, and I'll show you how we do that. So I can't remember where I got this idea from. I think it was maybe Alan Udale, up north. Anyway, I can't remember, but I've done this a few times now. If you find these discs sort of get a bit blocked and they're not blowing real well, just stick them in a bucket and get some hydrogen peroxide and literally just pour it. You don't have to soak them. People have said, oh, I soaked them. You don't use that much. You literally just pour it onto the top rim here. It's like a rim. Just pour it onto there and let the hydrogen peroxide sink in and come out the other end, and it seems to get rid of the rubbish out. So yeah, literally in like that. And what you find is, as it's working, you can see it kind of fizzing on some of the debris. And just leave it for half an hour, or overnight or something, and come back to the next day and it's blowing brilliantly. Right, time to get the filters done. As soon as I've got them brushes out, and then concentrate on the other 2 bays, because I leave bay 2 for about 40-50 minutes just so everything settles in there. We'll sort that later with the siphon. So now I just sort of loads of buckets of water over the jet matting while I'm waiting for all the water to fill back up, get the sky pond sorted. This is just really with tap water and an old sponge from the kitchen. Make sure all the detergent's out of it first, then sky pond can go back on then and get that filled up. It doesn't take very long. I just use the hose pipe as I've always done. So all that's left in the pond then, get the old siphon out, bless it, and get the rubbish out the bottom of there, get the brushes back in, and then really it's just a case of looking to get some more filter floss and get that placed back into the unit, and that's about it really. Filters done from one end to the other, just a case of filling them back up again and getting them all topped up with water, and then we're done. Yeah, look, see what I mean? It's only been in 20 minutes and it started emptying the sky pond already. I'm gonna have to get it moved again. Naughty fish. Now here's a job I've been meaning to do for the last couple of weeks. This netting cover that I had and fitted over my pond after I had a couple of jumpers has been doing really well. Just made it up with some old waste pipe from a local DIY shop. But these corner bits here, one of them broke. I dropped it when I was picking it off the pond the other day and it broke. So I've got to get that fixed today. So I've been down to the local DIY shop, bought myself another spare, and I get that fitted today. But I've got to get the old one off. And also some of the gluey bits, some of the bits that I've glued together have come undone. I use this E6000, which is a waterproof, clear, multi-purpose adhesive that I get off the internet. Works really well. And I've only ever had one joint fail, which is that joint over there. So I'm going to get that rejointed today and rock and roll again. Right, those two corners finished. Old one's off, new one on. Glue the other end as well. Feel a bit peckish. Now, just while I'm waiting for the glue to go off, I wonder what a snack I could have to eat right now. Lightly grilled oat cake, smother of butter, and smothered with golden syrup. Mmm. Yeah, gotta have one of these for dinner. Mmm. Sweet and savoury, these things, tell you. Just have your oatcakes. They're full of oats. Right, here's a little interesting one for you. Well, maybe not for you, but for me. I see how this has done this. It's literally drawing in from the side now. Why is it doing that, I ask myself? Because the string has broken. I'll put some string on this on the side. And I've had this for over a year now, and the string's basically just rotted and broke off. So now I've got a free wandering, it'll wander merrily around, which you don't want it to do that. But the thing is, if you don't position these floating skimmers properly, see what I mean? It just goes back and faces the edge when I want it away from the edge, getting everything in. Look, as soon as I let go of it, straight back round again, and it'll park itself up against the wall again. Like thus. So I need more string. Like this, so you've got a little, I don't know, maybe a trap noose, whatever you want to call it. So that as soon as it goes in tight, pulls tight. And I create myself a little hole through the side here, through the edge, Like so, tie it up like this. So that'll just merrily sit in the corner now and do what it should be doing. That's better. Just one thing to note, when I do my full filter cleans, that's all every bay gets a clean, I always seem to have to hang off a little bit with the feed and just reduce it down a little bit, because I find my nitrite levels go up and ammonia levels go up only for about 48 hours after I've done it. So whether I'm just washing a little bit of beneficial bacteria away, I think if I took the Jaffa mats out completely, then I'd wreck a lot more bacteria than that. But yeah, for 48 hours I always do that, and to try to combat that, I chuck a dose of fuck in the pond, because that helps with beneficial bacteria development, fish appetite, replacing minerals, you know, all that stuff that the fuck does. And so I'm going to get that in next and give the pond a good dosing of fuck. Glad I got them air stones done now. They're blowing away quite nicely. Sky Pond is lasting, but each clean is sort of like around about sort of 2 weeks at the moment, because the weather in England is just so hit and miss. It's like today it's a bit cloudy, earlier on it was lovely and sunny, then it gets cloudy again, then it throws it down with rain, like big rain. So, you know, the weather in the UK at the moment, it's just all over the place. So we're, again, temperatures, we're trying to hold temperatures because fluctuation isn't good, but what can you do? When you're not heated, you've got to go with the flow of water. Now my net's done, because I try to leave it off as much as possible. Now the thing is, I had a heron issue, and I know that lots of I might open a can of worms here, a lot of people out there that go, it doesn't work. But I had a heron and I put one of those pretend ones in, didn't come back. So whether it was just because I scared it off, ugly face, or or it was that fake heron that did it, I have no idea. But it worked for me, so I don't know. It works for me. So now my filters are done, I can now relax for a couple of weeks and just do the odd siphoning in my vortex to get the big bits out. But if you want to see any top 10 hacks that I put together for filter system to save you time and money, click this video here. And if you're not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button just there. Thanks very much for watching. Koi Pond Lifestyle.